Hello dear ones, welcome to Tolle and welcome to a super cute granny variant.
Today I will show you a granny pattern that is super compact, almost without any holes. We see these very small holes here. These small holes are created because 3 double crochets are crocheted into one stitch, but otherwise the pattern is really nice and compact, not really stretchy.
And how I did it, what you need for it, and how everything works, you'll see now. Have a lot of fun with it. And let's get started with the Fashion Alpaca Dream Yarn. We have 50 grams for 120 meters, 64% virgin wool, 30% alpaca, 60% polyamide. This is for size 8 needles, and this sweet pink here is color number 11. I am actually starting here with my size 8 needle and casting on a multiple of 4 as the base. That will be 20 chain stitches for me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 20 chain stitches in the row. You can always add 4 or subtract 4. I skip the first 3 stitches again, yarn over, insert into the 4th stitch and crochet a double crochet and then another double crochet. With that, I have already finished my first set of 3, consisting of the 3 chain stitches and 2 double crochets. Then I skip 3 chain stitches below, make 1 chain stitch above as a spacer, and crochet double crochets into the 4th chain stitch again. And again, 3 pieces, or rather, I just crocheted 2 double crochets and the chain of air stitches. But the 3 air stitches are then also replaced by a double crochet here, and I have my second set of 3 ready. Then comes another air stitch. I skip 3 chain stitches below, go into the 4th stitch and crochet 3 double crochets again. 1, 2 and 3. Next cluster done. Get a bit more yarn. At the top, again a chain stitch as a spacer, skip 3 chain stitches, insert again and double crochet, double crochet, double crochet, chain stitch. I have 4 chain stitches left. That's exactly how it should be. In the last one, I insert again and crochet 3 double crochets. 1, 2, and number 3. And with that, I am already done with this first row. I crocheted a granny square, so a set of 3 double crochets into a chain space with 3 chain spaces in between. For the next row, I chain 3 for the height and turn everything around once. And now comes the actual twist in this pattern. I don't insert around this chain, but I insert down here into the chain. So I take a yarn over and then insert it down here into the center of the 3 chain stitches and crochet my next double crochet right there. Then another double crochet and a 3rd double crochet, and because this cluster is actually crocheted into the same row as the first row I crocheted, the whole thing becomes super compact and really nice and dense. I take a new chain stitch and then crochet here into the central chain stitch of the next set of 3, the next 3 structure, my next set of 3. 1, mine, 2, 3. 1 chain stitch as a spacer and repeat the whole thing. Again, insert into the central chain stitch and crochet the double crochets, 1, 2 and 3. catch up with the yarn, of course, chain stitch, and then here once more.
1,
2, 3. Here you can see how the whole thing is currently positioned, quite pulled together. Also down here, it no longer looks as relaxed as it just was, but really nicely compact. Then I take another chain stitch here and crochet a single double crochet around the chain stitch from the very beginning, and then I'm done with my complete second row. Started with the chain of 3, ended here with a single double crochet. The double crochet clusters are actually inserted into the first row with chain stitches in between. Let's continue with the next row. For that, I take 3 chain stitches again, turn the whole thing around once, and now crochet here into this stitch, into the first stitch that I actually crocheted, not the very first stitch, but the first stitch of the double crochet, of the first double crochet. Here I insert and crochet my 3 double crochets, or rather 2 double crochets. I've already crocheted the chain stitch. Here I am not inserting around the chain stitch that was just lying here. I'll show it again. I'll take it out once. So I am not crocheting directly into the chain stitch that is in front, but I am really going deep down here again and crocheting 2 double crochets into the stitch of the double crochet. Then 1 chain stitch, and here you can see it well again. I skip the entire cluster here, and in the classic granny style I would insert around this chain stitch. I do that too, but I also insert deeply and go into the stitch of the central double crochet and crochet my new 3 double crochets there. 1, 2, and number 3, and then you see it really lies nicely on top of each other and becomes very dense. Chain stitch. And then here is my next insertion point. So really always find the central double crochet and insert into the stitch there and build the next cluster on top. Chain stitch and continue. Number 3, chain stitch, and here in the back also insert into the central double crochet, stitch around and crochet the cluster. And with that, this row is also completed. You see how it builds compactly on top of each other. Row 3 on row 1, and here is the finish with the 3 double crochets. Here the start with the chain stitch and the 2 double crochets. And in row 4, it starts again like in row 2. I begin with 3 chain stitches, turn everything around, and then start here in this stitch, in this double crochet, yarn over, insert the hook, and crochet another double crochet cluster there. And just like row 2, I am now crocheting row 4. These are the 2 rows that alternate. Either you start with 3 chain stitches and then this small gap here, or you start directly on the outside with the chain stitch and the 2 double crochets. The 2 rows always alternate, and then of course just continue crocheting the 3 double crochets with the chain stitches in between, and that's how it all builds up super cute. I will now crochet a few more rows and then of course show you an update. Here I have the update for you. You can see how nicely compact the pattern becomes. Also not super scratchy, so really deeply inserted here, also with nice straight edges. And I would actually recommend stopping with the following row. So with the row where the little package is actually on the outside, for that I chain 3 and then insert deeply here, crochet. Here are the double crochets again, and now I'm making a small change in the last row. I don't make a chain stitch, but instead I insert into the central double crochet and simply crochet a slip stitch there. This secures it here and prevents any more holes. Then simply insert deeply here into the double crochet again. From the second to last row, again as usual, 1, 2, 3, then insert here again, slip stitch, insert deeply here again into the central double crochet. 1, 2, and 3. Here the slip stitch. Here again, insert deeply. 1, 2, 3. Here again, deep, and then of course to finish the set of 3 again. 1, 2, and number 3. And with that, I am also finished with this row here, and you really see a super nice finish with very small indentations that go in, but without forming holes. So a super beautiful compact pattern and still with its own unique style. I hope you enjoyed it and had fun. If so, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, don't forget to activate the bell, and we'll see each other next time at Tolle Wolle. See you then, bye.